Hey, so I'm about ready to make a controversial TikTok. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. People get worked up about certain things. But here's what I'm looking to do. I need the internet's help, whether you know or whether you've had experience with it. I know I can do Googling myself, but at the same time, if I can get people's opinions, I appreciate opinions, so I would love to hear it. So anyways, my children are getting older. One of them is almost an adult, and I've already set up ways to save money for them. Both of my children already have 401ks, and I'm constantly putting money in there that will, start compounding. So hopefully by the time, they're older, they have millions and millions of dollars. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, I'll be dead by then. But I'm also trying to figure out ways to, so like if you know, or if you have any experience, I'm trying to figure out when is the youngest that a credit report is generated for an individual inside the United States. I know this is just USA specific, and while I don't really agree with the, credit reports and stuff like that, I just know it's a way of life. Unless my kids leave the country when they get older, we'll cross that bridge when they get there. But when is the youngest that an individual can generate a credit report? And then 2, what are some safe ways to gain credit? Because I know of secure credit cards where you put like $500 in an account, and that's like your credit limit. So I know that, but it seems to be like every other day there's some new banking app. Somebody vibe codes a banking app, and next thing you know, they think they're a bank. So I'm looking if anybody has any experience with like how to build credit that somehow still reports that to the credit bureaus, and then also when is the youngest that they can have a credit report. Because I'm not trying to just put them on my credit cards as like co-borrowers, and then they have to hang out with my debt as well. I want this to be a learning experience. So if you on the internet have any experience with anything like related to that, again, while I don't love it, I understand that it's going to happen. So I'm just trying to set up my kids with the tools they need to succeed. I'm not trying to give them everything. I need them to understand that they still have to work for certain bits. But I just want to also just give them the tools, because I didn't have those tools. And I'm going to be frank with you, I went stupid when I turned 18. And it was a bad move. And it took me a minute to undo that. So I'm trying to set them up for success. And if you have any insight on that, I would appreciate it. I'd love to hear it. I know I could just Google this, but I appreciate your opinion. So thank you. If you got any insight, let me know. And I'll see you on the internet.